Yo, what is up? We're back, and today, new stub making method not posted before on this channel this year. Not any of you know this unless you're already a member of the channel. Discord link down below, membership linked in my channel and everything like that. But today, it's the silver to gold exchange with a twist. If you haven't seen the silver to gold exchange, I'll explain that right now. But there's a huge twist to make this way more profitable. We're going to talk about that in today's video. Now, today's video, it's going to be involving some of the roster update stuff, right? Some of the prices of the community market. This video is made in advance. Big chemical engineering exam coming up. Got to keep the daily upload streak. We have like 4 weeks of daily uploads while I'm in school for chemical engineering. I know, I'm the GOAT. But look at this. If you don't know what the silver to gold exchange is, you fill this bar up to 18,000 points. These guys are all expensive. I ain't putting any of them in there. But you can do 379s and 178 overall. I'm just going to overpay because I don't care. And when you fill that bar up to 18,000, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. 379s, 178, 478s, 175. When you do that, you get a gold exchange pack. When you get this pack, it's a random between 80 and 84 overall. You know, the odds are in your favor. The average value of this pack is going to be close to 900 stubs. So while I just made some stubs right here, you know, the 80 overall pulls are going to drag that back down. The average pack will give you about 900 stubs total. So obviously, depending on the cost of that pack, you'll make a lot of stubs, right? So let's go and look at the community marketplace for what that pack is currently costing. Now, I recently made a video on this, which actually caused prices to go up. Who's shocked, right? So 379 overalls. 79 overalls, we have one for 200 right here. We have another for 200. So let's call it 200 stubs for a 79. Multiply that by 3 because you need 3. You're at 600 stubs. Now we need 178, we said. Isn't that correct? So let's look at the price of a 78 to finish off this exchange. Looking at about 155, let's call it, right? So 755 stubs is the cost of that pack if you do it with that overall. Now, if you do lower overalls, it'll take longer, but it'll probably cost, you know, 720 stubs per pack. So the profit gap becomes wider. You have to do this in high quantities for it to be worth it. But guess what? That's not the stub making method. So we talked about how to fill that bar up with silvers, but what if I told you there's a way to fill it up with bronzes? That is the stub making method in today's video. That's what you're all here for. Why are we paying, you know, so let's actually look. Let's look at how many 76s and 77s, how much they're going for, and what it will take to fill up that bar. Because it's really going to be about investing into bronze players that go to silver to then fill up this bar. So 18,000 is what you need to fill this bar up. And if we divide the exchange value, let's pull up the calculator real fast. And we're going to look at, you need 10. You need 10 75 overall players, and then however many 76s. You know, if they go to 76 overall, that'll just be the cherry on top. But let's focus on them going to 75 overall. So 10 75s, and the quick sale value of a 75 is 50 stubs. So the least you're going to be able to pay ever is 500 stubs for this pack if you use this overall. But you can see they're not at their quick sale values. They're at about 80 stubs per card, 77. So honestly, 75s right now, they're actually, you know, more expensive than that first method. Here's one for 75. So 10 of this guy, you're going to talk about 750 stubs, right? The reason, and I'm telling you, it's because of my video on this method that these prices are higher. With that in mind, you know, you don't want to pay 750 stubs per pack because then it's not as profitable. So look at these guys. These guys are on the cusp of going from a 74 to a 75 plus one singular overall. And they are now able and eligible to be used for the silver to gold exchange. Now you might be asking, how do I know which one of these players to invest in, right? It's basically like roster update investing. You're glitching the system. You want to find guys that are essentially locks. We're not really, you know, looking to, you know, look at this guy for instance, Scott Barlow, a 74 bronze. The quick sale value is 25. You know, getting a guy at quick sale, you kind of have to overpay in this case. You don't want a guy that's going to stay at bronze because you have to put in a lot of orders, high quantity we're talking about. So you actually want to find a guy that's a little bit inflated. For instance, Shea Langley. Someone tell me how to say that guy's name, man. So Shea Langoliers, right? If we look at this guy, his price is pretty high over quick sell. You know what that tells me? That tells me he's probably off to a good start. Maybe he's done something good, and you know, he'll probably get a boost. If I look at his stats though, 235 batting average, 712 OPS. All right, I'm gonna stay away from him. He's probably just got hyped because he's a rookie. Garrett Crochet, way overpriced. Let's calm down here. Spencer Torkelson, another guy, he's just, kind of increased in price based on hype. How about Charlie Morton? Now, Charlie Morton was at 30 stubs the morning of this video, and it's because he had a pretty solid opening day start. If he has 2 more good starts before the roster update period, now again, I don't know when this video is being posted. Maybe he's already had a couple more starts, right? I'm using him as an example. If you can buy him for 37 stubs right now, then, and you need, once he goes to a 75 overall, worst case is he doesn't get touched. But, you want to invest in a guy that's basically a lock, which is why you kind of want to wait till closer to the update period to do this actual stub making method. I just need you guys to be aware of it. This is going to be, me and the members, we're already aware of it. We'll be doing this. We already have some investments in these bronze players. Become a member, and you'll know who the bronze player locks are at this very moment. But Charlie Morton at this time right now, he had a good first start. Paying 38 stubs for a guy that's 75 overall. What does that mean? That means when you exchange him, you might be thinking, you're paying 38 stubs. His quick sell value is now 50. You barely make any stubs. No. You exchange all of them. So the 38 stubs you buy, right? You have over 1,000 of him. Now you exchange all 10 of him. He's a 75 at least. Maybe he goes to a 76, 77, then you're really in the money. But if he goes to a 75, you're really just looking for that +1 on one of these guys right here. Oh man, it's time to make some money because you just paid 370 stubs for a silver to gold exchange pack. 370 stubs. So you're paying 370 stubs for the pack instead of 750. You just more than doubled the profit you're going to make. The method now just became insane. Find guys that are actually overpriced. That means they're probably more than likely on the way to an upgrade. Look at Jared Kalenic, right? 44 stubs. He's almost priced as if he's a 75 overall. But you can't find any 75 overalls for this price. So maybe take a look at his stats, pull up his stats. I'm going to have a video out actually on how I choose based on player stats, whether or not to invest in them, right? But if you pull up Jared Kalenec's stats and they look good, and you think he's a lock to get a +1 at the very least, which honestly, SDS tends to, be more loving when it comes to bronze players. They could get a higher overall boost than, say a gold player who's an 82. He'll probably only get a +1, maybe a +2 if he's lucky. Bronze players are a little bit more generous in my opinion. So this guy, you're paying 440 stubs for a silver to gold exchange pack. That's really the whole method right here. Again, it's complicated choosing which one of these guys is a lock. You can do it with the 73 overall as well. You're really looking for a guy though that has to go silver. That's the main thing with this method. There's a couple guys I'm looking into, a couple guys that I think could be locked. Again, you kind of want to wait a little bit longer till closer to the roster update period. That way you kind of take some of the luck out of the stub making method. But that's the method right there. Silver to gold exchange, we all know that. I've already made a video on that. But now, instead of paying 750 stubs per pack, there's a way to pay, 300 stubs, 400 stubs. Really, it just depends on your bronze roster updating investing skills. We're not looking to, quick sell these guys based on quick sell value. We're looking to exchange them. Now, this requires high quantity. You're going to have to buy a high amount of these guys, over 1,000. Have fun with that. Your thumb might be sore after putting in these orders. But that's the stub making method. It's money. I'm doing it myself. That's the video. Peace out. Let's get rich. Thanks for watching.